Leslie Meredith from Breakbulk Events and Media, and I'm here with Cyril Varghese from Fluor, who is moderating two panels, both on supermodules at our very first Breakbulk Middle East that's coming up at the end of this month from the 25th through the 28th.
That's good.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here with us today, and we just want to give you a little preview about what's coming up. So first, Cyril, tell me what the thinking was behind the supermodule panels that you put together, and why this is so important now for people to understand.
Right. When Breakbulk first approached Fluor to conceptualize the panels in Breakbulk Middle East, we reached out to our industry colleagues and peers to try and identify what were the major interest topics which are there in the industry. So one of the dominant topics was modularization, especially since the entire industry seems to be shifting into modularization. We as Fluor, we've invested quite heavily into our modularization capabilities. The recent attempt being a new joint venture announced with COEC in China, where in the Zhuhai yard we have added 2 million square meters of fabrication facilities, where we can churn out modules up to 50,000 tons of weight. So the concept is, earlier when modularization was looked upon, it was primarily for remote locations where the weather conditions are harsh, where the access is difficult. And now we are even trying to modularize into areas which are typically considered to be a stick-built area. So this is why the topic is important, and the industry is also following what Fluor is doing. And we want our partners, the service providers, also to scale up and to step up to the challenges which are going to happen in the future. So that's the rationale behind having the modular panel in Abu Dhabi.
That's interesting. And this is, I understand that you're going to cover the decision-making criteria.
Yes.
And share how you do it at Fluor, so that you can help others understand that and bring them along as you build out.
Absolutely. So that's the whole intent, that it works partially as an education initiative and an awareness initiative to make sure that our partners in the industry also understand what we are doing and what our peers are doing in the industry. So the first session has been structured as more of an education initiative, where John Daly, who's the regional lead for modularization for the Europe, Africa and Middle East, he's talking about the decision factors. Why do we do modularization? What are the major factors which we take into account when we do modularization? And then we have Matteo Pollara, who's the logistics director for Petrofac on the EPC2 project in the Zakum Islands in Abu Dhabi, which is also a completely modularized project. So he'll be mostly touching upon the Zakum Island project related modularization aspects. And then we have Mandar Apte, who is a project manager with Technip in Abu Dhabi, who will also be talking about modularization more from the offshore modularization perspective. Now that's the panel in the morning, which is more of an awareness educational nature. In the afternoon, we are rallying together the service providers, who are the people who are physically executing the modular transports. So we start with Mohammed Jabbar of Agility, who talks about a freight forwarder's role in executing complex modular projects. And then we go to Hein Heister, who is regionally in charge for Dockwise, Boscalis. So he'll be talking about Dockwise capabilities and how concepts have evolved over time, and what they've been doing in the modularization sphere. And then we have Lonnie Teeks from Terrace, who will be talking about the tug and barge movements and probably the temporary offloading facilities which are which they operate. We have then Mike Abbas, who is the regional director for Mammoth in the Middle East, who will talk about the onshore perspective. How do you do the final leg transport from the port of arrival to the final site? So that's how the panel has been structured, and we would want to invite everybody from the industry who is doing anything which is relevant to modularization or project transport to come and be part of the event and to gain from the discussions which are going to happen there in Abu Dhabi.
Excellent. Well, we invite you all to come to Breakbulk Middle East. Registration is available online at breakbulk.com. And this promises to be a fantastic session that I'm sure everyone in these sectors will learn from. So see you in Abu Dhabi at the end of the month.